If I'm going further, you going further too with me. I pray that we continue to grow together through spirit and truth right now. I pray that we come to another understanding, right, where our senses become heightened about life right now, that we can stop playing with life. I think sometimes we want more, but we're not ready for the more that we want. And then once we are ready, we just choose some of the most terriblest people just so we can see how smart we are. No, we need people that's gonna make us level up in what? Level up in business, level up emotionally, right? Be responsible over them feelings right now. Everything can't be about how you feel. Some things gotta be like, look, I know I'm feeling one way, but my immaturity might be kicking in right now. I'm emotionally drained, but it has nothing to do with you. Some point you need people that's gonna challenge you, put a command on you that makes you don't even bring no mess into that environment. Better, but you gotta ask yourself a couple of questions. One question, ask yourself, what is you feeding your mind? What do you give your mind, your mentality, your mind? What type of adjustment? Who has access to this? Who do you call and get some information from, right? That's one thing. Another thing is, what do you feed your body? Some stuff will slow you down. Artificial sugar, coffee, is that your drug that gets you going, that gets you to go out here and try to tackle whatever it is? Is it a little bud? I mean, they don't call it bud. Is it a little loud that gets you up and going, right? A little lean or whatever it is that your vice is. I'm just asking the question. The question is, what do you feed your body, right? And then when it comes down to the spirit, this is why a lot of people are spiritually dead. Why is they spiritually dead, AJ? Ask them, what do they feed? They spirit. People are starving right now. I'm not talking, you can go feed every homeless person underneath the L on a bench or anything. You can feed whoever, right? And want to go serve them. But at the end of the day, don't you understand that that's like a hypocrite? Because there's a spirit that has to be fed inside of you. If you become spiritually strong, then you will go around somebody else and they can come spiritually strong just by being around you. Last week, we learned about the first thing, if you write down, you always want to know the vision. You want to know your vision. How do you envision your friends being? How do you see yourself acting, right? It's very important to use your mind the way that it's supposed to be used, right? If you don't use your mind, somebody else will. And that leads you down a rabbit hole. No rabbit holes on this feed line. I come here to stop all that and check all that, right? Check and correct. Let's go. So the first thing you have to do, check and correct, is vision. You have to have a vision. Vision for where you see yourself. Vision for how you want to speak. Vision for how you want your finances to be. A vision for what you want, what type of relationships you want to participate in. Vision, right? Because that's very important that anything you do, it has to have a vision. To be a mission. Now, the mission is possible. This mission is not impossible unless you find out that the person you joined in on this mission with is not capable of maintaining their own self. That's very important. Self-control is very important. We live in a time where we want to control more of the other individuals than ourselves. Only one you got control over is you. Now, here's a question that I was led to ask people this weekend. I like to do surveys. It's called brain teasers, right? And the brain teaser that I'm asking you right now, which one is more powerful in your life? Do you have more power over what you want? Or do you have more power over what you give? Now, see, a lot of the time, it's a tricky little one because it makes you think. It makes you think, right? It makes you think. And that's what it's all about. That's what this feed line is all about. If you change the narrative and I force you to think, then I'm succeeding because you're growing. This is not the show up and just listen show. Listen and laugh. There's nothing to laugh about, especially when your life is on the front line right now, especially when your life is under evaluation. So here's the question again. Which one is more powerful? What you want or what you give? Well, me personally, and a lot of the people that I connect with, of course they're going to say, it's what you give. Absolutely. So why is more people concerned about what they want? What they want from somebody else. I just want a man like this. I just want a woman like this. I just want everything they want don't have no power. Your power is in what you give. Give and it shall be given to you. What you plant, what you sow is what you reap, right? And if you're not receiving back what it is you want, then that's one problem, and there's an error right there. And what's the error? The error is you don't respect the process. Anything that you desire, anything that you give has to be a process. So I just wanted to bust that thing open right there. Stop, put the flag there. Vision, next, mission. What is more powerful working in your life? What you want or what you give? Because I can assure you, if you become more stronger at what you give and be happy about what you give, then your return of what you get back, right, it will supersede what you want. You see, a lot of the times we want what we want, but what we want ain't good enough based on what we will give. Because if we give, we'll get more than what we ever wanted. So what we wanted, will we never end up getting, because he supersedes what it is that we want. That's why he said, I supersede your expectation. You wanted this, I gave you that. So guess what? We still walk around wanting what? And he gave us what? This, because he gave us something that would challenge us. He gave us something that would develop us. He gave us something that we have to look at this and be like, before I cut this off, I need to understand this. I need to understand this, sister. I can't just let good people leave out my life. Let me find out. But see, we want to place people quickly. And sometimes you can put people in the wrong place too fast or not fast enough. You can put them in a row and they fail miserably because they need to become what you need them to be. But we want to just put them in a row, and guess what? It's almost like taking Michael Jordan and put him as the center, and then taking the one who played the center, which is the taller person that guard the hoop to keep the shots from coming in, putting them as point guard up front. That means you might have the best players on your team, but you are playing the wrong position. I'm here to challenge some of you are in the wrong position. You ain't doing what you should be doing. You more better over here, but somehow you keep trying to be over here. You more better showing, you should be showing what quality looks like. You should be showing what a quiet spirit sounds like. You should be showing confidence. Instead, you ain't confident in who you are. You over here with these other people that allowing they outside to dictate what it is, a perception of what they want people to think, right? But truth be told, they are not confident in an interview. They're not confident in being questioned. They're not confident in getting real life results. Yes, you don't need. Listen to people goals. Listen to your goal. What is the goal? What's the ultimate goal? Don't just jump all the way down the line. The goal is to not make mistakes. The goal is not to get in foolish conversation. See, that's one of my goals. I'm not going back and forth with nobody. That's my goal. My goal is to not allow myself to feel like I need to overshadow any. That's a goal. Once you continue, see, my goals, some people make goals to be, I want red bottoms, I want a Louis Vuitton purse, I want to take a trip. My goal is to pay all my bills off. Won't your goals be to be by yourself? Spend more time with you and your God. It's not spend all your money up. Sit here and look and learn. Go back to school online. Invest more into yourself. My goal is not to hurt people that I actually care about. Don't you understand that hurt people? So I recognize people are hurting right now. And you can mess around and get killed out here playing the game called life. That's why we took a time out right now. On what? On the battlefield. We are on the battlefield right now. It's a mission going on. Yes, it's a lot of people out here talking. I just hope and pray. The only thing that makes me different from everybody else, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about how hungry I am to get to another level called bigger, better, greater. I'm talking about what do I need to do, AJ, Adonis, to motivate myself. One, I got to tell myself, dude, you better get yourself together. You know what? You don't got time for stupidness, okay? Hey, get your butt up and get out and get moving. Make some things happen. So if I can motivate me to do this thing, then I feel that I have the power to motivate you, to inspire you, to help drive you, that when you become you, manifest you, then you can go out and do it for somebody else. But I do not want you to do it for nobody else until you're able to do it down to strategy. So let's talk about this little presidential stuff real quick, just to cut across the field, and then I want to give you a little word, and then I'm done. So check this out. I went in the spirit, and the spirit just showed me what took place, right? It didn't really matter who had the best policy. It was about perception. Perception is what people see. A lot of you get profiled for the perception that you put out right now. Some of you are smarter, right? You are more wiser than some of your bosses, some of the people that surround you. I don't ever want you to get it twisted. The problem is when are you going to wake up and rise? When are you going to raise the bar on who? On yourself. You can't let nobody raise the bar on you. You got to do better than you did the last time. If you think you did something for your last relationship, talking about you gave him everything, then go back before Lord, pray God, give me more. Then your next relationship, you give them more than the last relationship, so that you always going higher and higher and higher. You cannot sit here and say, I gave him everything and you ain't got nothing left. Or I gave her all of me. And guess what? Where are you at now? You gave her all of you. Guess what? You gave her a dummy you. You are the real you. Wake up, open your eyes. This is your new chance, right? So watch this. An action. You need to take action. Right now, you guys, I don't know who we waiting on. It's always been on you. It's going to continue to be on you. I recognize